No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Transmission from our wrestling podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
What we are not going to talk about tonight is Mojo Riley, No Way Jose, Dana Brooke, Titus Worldwide.
We're not even going to say Mojo's name right.
No. Majo. Maja.
I'm not even on.
Maja.
That's fucking great. I'm not even... Oh, there. Hey, there I am. Maha fucking Raja.
All right, so where you at, Brian?
Where am I at? There I am.
There you are.
There I am.
You sound like shit.
Thanks.
Yeah. So anywho, welcome to the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Off the rails already. We're not going to talk about I Got Kids. We're not going to talk about Sami Zayn.
B-Team?
We might talk about the B team just because you're for some reason in love with them.
I think it's funny we had a somewhat decent episode of Raw, and we actually have a really good board tonight.
I find that funny too. Brian, say something.
Why are you looking at me?
Just because I like you.
You can't hear me? How's that? Is that better?
I mean, I don't think I can make you better.
Well, come on. No, you're
nothing.
saying that I sound like shit. Does that mean that you don't have the mic level?
No, I just don't have faith in you.
Gotcha. Okay,
that's
fair
all
enough.
it is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk wrestling.
Hey,
You want
who's
to
on the
introduce the board?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I tried to give you the cue.
Yeah, go ahead.
John Estrada's here.
You know what? Fuck the board, man. They've been calling me fucking Corbin and shit.
No, there's one guy on here whose name is Rob Angry Little Elf Corbin.
Yeah, but it's been consistent. They've been doing the Corbin jokes for
Well,
me. That's why your fucking doll just fell.
Anyway, I would like to introduce the rest of the board.
Okay.
Perfect 11 is here. Robert Parson is here.
Hey,
John
11.
Estrada is
How you
here.
doing, bud?
Let's see who else. Teddy is here. Leo's here. Stike is here. I saw Juan. Of course, Hall of Famer Noah is here. And that's it so far. Oh, Teddy. Did I say Teddy was here?
Teddy's here.
Yeah.
All right. No, Noah. He doesn't look like me. I shave my head. He buzzes his head. There's a big fucking difference. Anyway.
He's angry already.
All right, go. Here. All right, go.
You got this.
I got it.
You got it.
I can do this. Extra big ass topics. Topic number 1 is going to be Runaway Train. Runaway Train, never coming back. Topic number 2 is going to be Shawn and Diesel version 2. I'm sorry, Brian. Shawn and Diesel 2000.
Thank you.
Because Brian says you have to say 2000 for the reboot. You can't see version 2.
If you add 2000 after anything, that means it's like the better version of whatever it is.
In the year 2000.
No, in 2018 also.
Yeah, okay. Topic number 3 is going to be Homegirl went cray-cray. Topic number 4, hey, Brian, heal her face. And topic number 5 is going to be our other stuff category. We just run through some other shit.
You said, hey, Brian, like, hey, ladies.
That's kind of what I'm going for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then you did good.
Okay, thank you.
You did well.
Yes, you did well.
1.
Topic number 1 is going to be Runaway Train. I'm not speaking correctly tonight. Runaway Train.
I'm just going to let you roll.
Yeah, right? So basically, they lined up the bridesmaids for the multi-man match. So I want to talk more about the multi-man match than the bridesmaids themselves, because it could be anybody. I see this as, is this going to be a savior for what has been, in the last several years, a really poor excuse for anything that should have the word extreme attached to it, Extreme Rules pay-per-view? Could this be a multi-man all over the arena beating the fuck out of each other?
I feel like this is another attempt at putting a multi-man match on to get more people on the card, because these pay-per-views are joint, and that's all this is doing. It's allowing...
This won't be joint.
The match won't be, but the Extreme Rules pay-per-view will be.
Okay, so you're saying
their
people on the
portion
roster.
of the card, right? Their portion, Raw's portion of the card is using this match to get more people on there.
So you say, I'm calling bullshit. You say that the motivation for a multi-man Extreme Rules match, that we don't know the rules to yet, by the way, but multi-man Extreme Rules match for the title is so they can give everybody an Extreme Rules moment?
No, it's so that they can book more people in that, so that there's room for Bailey and Sasha on the card.
Why not just not have everyone on the card?
People like you will get fooled enough to forget that Brock is absent once again.
Okay, first off, fuck you. I would not get fooled. I don't get fooled again. And second off, when it comes to your logic, it's conspiracy theory ridden bullshit.
It's not conspiracy theory. They're
Yeah,
trying
you're
to get as many people out there as they can.
I don't think they care about that. I don't think
they do in certain matches. Like we saw it in Money in the Bank, and we usually see it at WrestleMania. But I think they're
an elimination chamber.
Those matches call for it. I don't think Extreme Rules does. That could be just a one-on-one. It could be a chair match.
That's
why
I think they're putting
many.
They're putting up to 8 people in this match is because they want to get everybody out there.
No. If you give me this argument for WrestleMania, all in. Yeah, they want to give everybody the WrestleMania moment because that's the moment that they all want.
They don't want to give everyone an Extreme Rules moment.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit.
They did not go, well, we got to get everybody on the card. No, I don't think they give a shit, really, honestly. It's simply just, oh, here's an idea. Let's try something new.
If they did a multi-man match as an elimination match with multiple fights happening around the arena and use split screen, it could be exciting. That's what Perfect 11 is
That's
saying.
my point, exactly, that it could be exciting. It could be a savior to what has been a defunct fucking pay-per-view. And again, just to, on the side, your theory is bullshit.
Well, it also allows for 2 women's matches to be booked from the Raw roster without leaving a bunch of men off the pay-per-view.
But you couldn't just leave them off the pay-per-view? Not everyone has to be on the pay-per-view.
When the storyline is, hey, we need a contender, then, yeah, they're creatively lacking in...
What you just said made no sense at all.
They're not even announcing the match, the participant
Yeah.
total.
We
know Bobby Lashley and Roman are going to
That
be
doesn't mean they're just putting people in the match so they can get airtime.
Yeah.
Like Vince is like, oh, you know what I want to do? I want to pay everyone. Yeah, pay them all pay-per-view money. Come on. They cut back Pyro to save money. They cut back two sets to save money. They cut back fucking JoJo's fucking diet to save money.
That's wrong.
Yeah. Well, so you're going to tell me that he's going to go, I'm just going to go ahead and pay 20 more people so they can have split screen action on the shittiest pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah, High Off Gas is joining us. So is I Rep for Texas. I Love the Syrup and Justin over on Twitch, by the way.
Yeah, they've been there for a while.
Love it, Justin. He says, Excuse Mountain.
Excuse Mountain.
I think it's just the way it's getting booked. Because right now,
You're wrong.
top guys on Raw, top guys on SmackDown, you can name them very quickly. You can easily name the top 5. Top 5 on Raw, it's up for grabs. It really is. So why not put all the guys out there and see who is going to shine, who the crowd is going to take to?
Absolutely. That is a more logical reason to do it than let's just get them on TV. Come on.
13,200 joining us. He says Kurt Hawkins is going to be in the match.
Fuck yeah. I just want to say this to Noah. Noah said that I didn't watch the pay-per-view last night because I was drunk. No. Brian was drunk.
Yeah.
Brian might have been a little drunk.
Brian was drunk.
Tab suggests that he was more than a little drunk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you have just a higher,
I didn't know this cost that much.
A higher palate, you have to get some things that taste a little bit better.
Excuse Mountain.
High Off Gas is so messed up. He says, can't believe Drew took the Universal IC title off Seth. That's not what happened.
What the fuck?
I don't know where he is.
Sounds like fun, though.
Yeah, it's awesome. Let's do that. So Brock, let's look at, I said Roman if he wins, and then him and Brock have a match, and then Braun cashes in and pins Roman, he'd be the first person ever to be pinned, Adam, let me make sure I get it right, pinned 3 times by a cash-in.
Correct.
Right.
Not cashed in on 3 times.
Right, which I think is you're splitting hairs and you're being an asshole, but whatever.
Sure.
So would Roman win for that reason? Would Lashley win because we've all been waiting to see Brock and Lashley?
Maybe this is an opportunity to put Lashley over. Maybe that's what this is all about.
Well, they got to do something after what they fucking just did.
Correct.
Why would you do what they just did and then put him in with the Beast? Like this made him look Goldbergish. I hate to keep saying that.
I don't think Lashley's at the Brock level just yet. Actually, I don't even think he's going to get there at all. I think
contract ends and
yeah,
never
exactly.
See it.
Brock is going to be gone before Lashley even gets close.
So that's how they
Lesnar.
protect Brock. They just never feed him to Lashley,
or give him a legit contender. Well, I guess that's not true. I guess they give him fucking Roman
and Roman's about to win, and then get these hands right. Okay. Anything on the board?
On the board, let's see. Raw was stronger than the pay-per-view last night, is what I rep for Texas says. I think the storylines were so much stronger tonight, but the matches were good last night. It's just that there was no connection since the stories weren't anything good. You know
what? What stories weren't good? We've been talking for the past several weeks about how they've been building up better storylines for the pay-per-view than they were setting up matches. I mean, with the exception of Roman Gender, even that had a story behind it. I thought the Money in the Bank did a really great story arc to get into that.
I disagree. I think some of it.
Are you serious? KO walking around recruiting people for weeks and weeks,
he did that one night. It wasn't weeks and weeks. He fucked with Braun for weeks. Right. Somebody calling in?
Yeah.
Who do we got?
That is what that sound is.
Stike says Lashley's spear is better than Roman's.
Hey, this is a Marked Out Podcast. Who we got?
These nuts.
These nuts.
These nuts.
That's. I remember.
We had a D's nuts on the board. Long time ago.
I bought the Dr. Dre CD in 1993.
Yeah,
3 or 4. So way to be current. Good for him.
Robert Parsons agreeing with me. He says the Money in the Bank matches were solid. I just didn't feel the connection outside of like the AJ, and I thought Braun, even him coming out tonight and saying, "Whenever I see Brock, I'm cashing in," wasn't good enough of what they could have done with the cases. Even though I see what they did.
Oh, you're on that now. Okay.
Yeah, with Alexa going, I see all that. I know we're going to talk about it.
Let's talk about it now. I mean, you brought it up. I mean,
press the sound effect.
It's not one of the topics.
It's not a topic.
Oh, okay. So Alexa, I think they just were like, Nia's not strong enough for this Ronda feud. Because, Rob, I know this we're going to agree on tonight. It's a missed opportunity letting Alexa strut around with that briefcase.
Oh, I completely agree. I see it as what they had to do, what they felt they had to do to take it off of Nia, because monsters generally don't hold the title that long, male or female, right?
No.
And who wants to see that? Her just mowing over everybody. I don't really care to see that. Yeah. She had a moment.
Out of anyone that could have won that match last night, the women's Money in the Bank, I think that Alexa winning and cashing in makes the most sense. To me,
it makes the most sense. But to Adam's point, you're right. Was there a missed opportunity to really see her shine with the case?
She could walk around doing such a better job. I mean, we only saw Carmella carry the case.
But you had to consider the consequences of your actions, Adam. If she wins the briefcase, doesn't cash in, then we're probably standing right here with a Ronda Rousey title, and we don't get what we got tonight, which I thought was one of the better ways they've opened the show in a long time.
And I would agree wholeheartedly. I think they did a good job of booking. I just that consequential Money in the Bank looming out there always has you salivating of when's it going to get cashed in, what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Braun's going to cash in first opportunity he gets, and Alexa already cashed in. So both briefcases are kind of defunct.
As fans, and I know we're just opining about all this. Excuse me. I know we're opining about this, but as fans, we tend to. Okay, I'm not doing it. As fans, we tend to look at what we think could happen and want it to happen, but we don't have the like. Let's think about a spot in Walking Dead. You love Walking Dead. A scene or a situation that happened that you were like, why the fuck did that happen? And then 5 seasons later, you're going, oh, I see why that happened. We don't have the luxury of the story arc. We don't have the luxury of knowing what they have planned for it. So, yes, where I agree she would be a great briefcase holder because she has the personality for it. I also now see, you know what? I kind of like this better.
I do. The payoff was there tonight.
Yeah.
The Ronda suspension, I don't think her mic work was great, but neither was Kurt's. It was terrible, but her attacking the GM, the viciousness she had tonight was similar to Alexa's last night. It paid off, and I'm glad they did the move, but I would have just liked to see her, even a night, even something. She didn't even get to cut a promo with the briefcase.
But let's talk about the 30-day suspension real quick, because I'm confused by this. Does she has like other commitments she's going to go do, or is this a way to keep her off of TV? So
is she making like a shitty WWE Studios movie or something?
Oh, that's a possibility. But
is this just a stall so that she doesn't kick Alexa's ass every week,
or
to build to it,
or is it that we've seen her exposed on the mic through this last rivalry, and Alexa can carry the whole thing by herself while Ronda's not there, therefore not burying Ronda in the fucking the hell that is her promo style.
It's weird booking though, because she's supposed to be this kind of, have the crowd behind her and everything, and she's coming in and attacking the GM, and she gets suspended. And what, we're supposed to feel bad for her? We're supposed to have sympathy for someone that does something like that?
You know, I just realized.
What?
I think this is the first show we've had in probably a month that we're actually going analytical on a topic because it's fun to talk about.
They set up a lot of interesting things tonight.
Let's be real. Tonight's show was not bad. It's
been a lot better than the last few. Yeah, I'll say that.
It was
we
a
didn't
180.
have to struggle to come up with topics.
Yeah, it was a 180 tonight of the product they've been putting out. I mean, could they still do better? Yeah, they could.
iRep for Texas says she's getting ready to head to the UFC because she's doing the Hall of Fame induction.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay, but I'm not doing the Adam where it's like, well, yeah, but I agree with you that that's definitely the reason. But I also think it works in their favor that she's not going to be there to basically ruin this rivalry that could be set up between Alexa and her. And when does Nia come back?
I was going to say, where does that leave Nia now?
And I don't know. I mean, but look at it this way. Again, doing the monster comparison, where did it leave Kane? Anytime Kane was champion, how long did that last? And
very little.
And once it was over, it was over.
Brock's the only monster who's held it for a length of time. Big Show, same way.
Yeah,
didn't hold it long.
But I don't even consider Brock a monster. Brock's a big fucking brawler, dude.
No, Brock's a monster. Brock's a monster. He's booked as a monster.
Yeah, to me, monsters tower over you. I mean, he's a big dude. He's a beast. I hate no pun, but he's a beast. All right, let's go ahead and move on.
The board is
2.
Oh, go ahead and do the board. I'm sorry.
The board is completely off topic for the most part. They're talking about how Gargano and Ciampa was so amazing this weekend.
And you're also talking about Walking Dead too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's with Teddy. I wasn't going to read that.
Yeah, because you didn't want to sell yourself out.
Yeah. No, Gargano and Ciampa. If you want to jump on that for a second, yeah. One of
what did you say? That's how a street fight.
That's how an Extreme Rules match should be, 1. And 2, I don't know how they're still breathing at the end of that. They're beating the fucking shit out of each other. And it's funny, honestly, even not being a hardcore match, watching those two guys, it's funny. I think Kara said this to me. She got it from George South. He said that, and back in the day, we tried our best to not hurt each other and fucking and make it look like we were. And now they're hurting each other. No. He said that people knew or thought it was real back in the day, and we try to protect each other more. And now everybody knows it's fake, and we're trying to beat the shit out of each other. Yeah. So it's an odd dichotomy there. I don't know.
High Off Gas is making me laugh. He says, "Raw took our monsters."
All right. So there you go. There's topic 1. Let's jump in. Topic number 2. I'll hit it again.
2.
Number 2, Sean and Diesel version 2. So we had the open challenge tonight, boys and girls. If you watched Raw, if you didn't, go back and watch it. We're not going to go detail into the match like other podcasts do. We talk about what's going on.
It was a good match. We'll say that.
It was a good match between those two competitors. Dolph Ziggler is a good. I always say I'm not a Ziggler fan, and it's not.
Yeah, you're not. You were dogging him.
Not tonight.
This used to be what you and Bob fought about for months at a time.
Okay,
you were totally dogging him. You were like, he's a shitty comedian. Like if that.
That
hasn't
you were
off
shitting
yet.
on him all night, Brian. Thank you for calling
back
him out.
into
Check the tape.
Into the scope of wrestling. I wasn't talking about wrestling. I was saying that a guy that has the outreach and a platform that he has been doing comedy as long as he has been, and he's still not doing Comedy Central specials. He's probably not very good. That's all. That's my whole point there. Okay, so that's
a part-time commitment. Maybe that's the problem.
He's probably funnier than me. I don't know. I'm just saying that was my point.
You're not very funny.
Have you looked at his IG? It even says he's a part-time wrestler to support his comedy habit,
right?
Or something like that. He's very honest about it and like jokes about it.
Yeah.
The fact that he doesn't seem like he's really all that into wrestling.
I was being an asshole and trying to be funny. I wasn't being serious. For fuck's sake.
He was being
Again,
serious.
you're not as good as Dolph Ziggler
so
at comedy.
My wrestling.
Cashmer's here.
What's up, Cash?
Hey, Cash. My wrestling point here is that I'm not a Dolph Ziggler fan. But it's never been because he's not a good worker. It's never been because he's not a good wrestler or a good sell. It's been because I just find him boring and ordinary and plain and within his character. And, yeah, it doesn't wow me ever. Tonight, he was a great wrestler again. And he wowed me because of the storyline, not because of him.
Well, the storyline, we thought Elias might be the vaulting point. But whatever this match is, do they put Seth in a rematch with Dolph instead of in this match? Because we all want Seth back in the main event picture.
Well, and I wrote that down. Does this free Seth?
I think so, but I don't think it's finished. I think he's going to get a rematch. But
Well,
I
he
don't think
will
he's gonna
next
be,
week,
He's not going
but-
to be successful.
No, Drew
Yeah.
is going to fuck something up. Somebody's going to screw him over.
Yeah.
He won't win. He might not necessarily lose to a clean pin, but he's not going to win next week.
No,
Rollins won't win.
No, right. So
Not the belt.
So let's move our attention over to the new IC champion. I'm sorry, the new IC Intercontinental champion. Who said that? What fucking idiots?
No, he said
IC Continental.
yeah, Michael Cole said IC champion.
He was so bad.
Oh, yeah,
tonight.
money in the contract.
Money in the contract. Oh, you went to the store for that one.
Oh, money in the contract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So let's turn our attentions to money in the contract, or to fucking Ziggler here, and look at the comparison. I said Shawn and Diesel version 2, and I think that's fair because they do retread a lot of storylines. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
You're saying that though mostly based on size,
based on
and
based
the
on
fact
the pairing.
that Drew not Drew. Dolph does a ton of.
Done a lot of Shawn shit.
Yeah, he does the super kick. I mean, he practically tunes up the band the way he sets it up.
Yeah,
It's not quite the same.
I'm not taking any calls tonight, so just don't.
I think it might have been Jonathan.
Bang Bus is on
I know.
both of our boards.
Hey,
by the way.
Bang Bus, both boards. But I'm curious okay, stop calling. Seriously, Jonathan. I'm not doing it tonight.
He
Sure
says he
did.
has something really important to say.
I know he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I know he doesn't.
He's on
No.
phone suspension. Fuck, where was I?
Cashmere asked the question, though, Rob.
Yeah.
Why not just put the title on Elias if you were going to have Seth drop the title anyway? I think because we kind of expected that. Dirt sheets were leading us to believe that Rollins was going to be out of the IC title picture very soon. So we all expected it last night, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And instead, it swerved us tonight.
I think it works better with Ziggler, honestly. Look,
It's more out of left field.
I would like to see Elias with the IC. I think he'd be a good IC champion. But honestly, I don't need him to have the belt.
That's what I was thinking. I don't think he needs it. He has his whole thing down.
Yeah. He doesn't need to have it.
Yeah, it would just be. I mean, it would be cool for him to have it, just because that means that they are,
Right.
are putting some investment into him. But he doesn't need it, man. He just
Bang
keep doing
Bus
what he's doing.
says he was the D's nuts guy, not JD.
Oh,
by the way.
Love you, Big Bus. And also, on that same note, Elias doesn't need it. But Drew and Dolph doing this whole badass, we're going to bring it back to the way it was fucking Batista circa fucking 2014, they got to back it up. And if you're going to back it up, you're going to give them the tag titles? Not in that shitty division. Not with that tag team championship team right now. You need to go singles. You need to start collecting some belts with these guys. To me, this is perfect. So he can be IC champion. Maybe they can still get the tag belts at some point. I don't know. Maybe Drew makes a move towards the championship after Brock is out of the picture and we start getting back to a weekly rotation with the title.
That's what Robert Parson is suggesting. He says Ziggler walks around with Drew as his bruiser champion waiting for is far more entertaining than what they were doing. The quick take, Rob, that you're forgetting that you mentioned while we were watching it is based on the promos they've been cutting, we thought that the tag division was getting a good team, and now that clearly is not the case.
No, but I'm not upset about it. Number one, I think it's a better angle for them to play this role, and number two, honestly, I was never hyped about them being a tag team.
No, and I think that this is probably going to lead to the two of them having a match at some point. I mean, do you think
That's what everybody's saying.
Do you think
That's
it could
what
even
we're
be?
talking about.
Do you think it could even be at SummerSlam as soon as that?
Thanks for joining the conversation.
I mean,
You haven't fucking said it from the board.
you haven't
you
said
idiot.
it, asshole.
You've
People on
just
the
been reading and
podcast can't
talking about
fucking hear it.
Negan.
Dyke Leather has said Ziggler versus Drew.
Oh, thank you for
Cool.
sharing.
Thanks for adding
Yeah.
that, asshole.
But I just said when I read Robert Parsons' thing, the champ in waiting, that they're going to eventually feud the two of them.
Okay, I don't even know why this is Brian. Yes, good point, but Captain Obvious. It's a mixed tag team. They're gonna bust up someday.
Sure.
Well,
but you were saying that they were going to
Frankenstein.
go more in the tag route. I don't even think they're going to make
Well,
it there.
I was wrong because when they first came on the scene, I said on the show, check the tape. I said they're not a tag team. They're not going to be in a tag division, and then they ended up touting as a tag team, saying they're a tag team, and interacting with the tag division.
And after a number one contender match, he's the IC champ.
Right.
It's weird. That's why when you say what you were talking about earlier about Walking Dead down the road, 5 months down the road for WWE, I don't think they have more than one story planned that long. I don't even think they have that set in stone.
I don't think that's true.
I think that's wrong. I think you're wrong again.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I'm not. They're not all gems. But to sit here and say that a multi-million-dollar company that's known for TV program and writing doesn't have multiple story arcs, I think is a bit short-sighted.
To go 5 months? No,
Yeah,
I don't think that.
I think to go Mania to Mania. They already have Mania booked, man.
They have their main events booked.
No, but they also have like kind of ideas where they want to have people end up next year.
Yeah, now, to your point, are there people that show up and probably don't have shit that should have shit? Apollo Crews came in. He didn't have a fucking thing.
Nope.
Right? Nothing at all. And you're like, couldn't you?
Really, Elias didn't in the beginning.
Well, and that's fine, but they found him something. But I'm just saying, yes, there are moments where they shit the bed when it comes to a story arc for a character. I don't think that's a majority of the time. I mean, they do shitty storylines, but I think they have something planned for most people.
So you think that they knew more than a month ago that they were putting the title on Ziggler tonight?
I don't know if they did or not. I think maybe they rethought
I think so.
that.
I think this is all for McIntyre. I think this is all for him.
I agree.
That's what the board is focusing on.
But what I'm thinking is that they saw a different angle. Like maybe they had the angle for the tag team titles to work that to build up Drew, and they were like, you know what?
B team's getting heat, so let's go that route.
Yeah, I mean, you can improvise and still have a long-term story plan. You just got to rework some little parts here and there. Maybe the overall outcome is still the same. Maybe him running through the tag division still ended up having Drew as champion, but now having him as the heavy for Dolph as the IC sets up even better for him to have the championship later, and sets him up better with Dolph. Rather, honestly.
And maybe part of it was his comment. We talked about it last night on air, but Drew told everybody on the Raw roster to take notice that either the NXT roster was coming to take their jobs or he was going to beat them for it.
Right. Well, I wish he would have said more, hey, WWE main roster writers and creative and agents, take notice.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
But I think that might have gotten.
All right, let's hit the board. What you got?
On the board, let's see. Drew is a better version of Roman. Big, long hair, but has more charisma, skill, and marketability. That's from Robert Parson. Juan's talking about they killed No Way Jose. Rob already said we're not talking about it.
Nope.
Long-term goals, short-term adaptability. Rob has it on the nose. Robert Parsons saying,
yeah.
Right now, tag team is just a Raw took our jobbers carousel division. That's from Justin. And unless they took the Seth off the title, if Dean Ambrose is coming back soon, and they're going to go for the tag titles again as a Frankenstein. That's my rep.
No, that's
Texas.
a waste. I'm sorry, Texas. I'm sorry. That's a waste.
Yeah,
you've been building up Seth back in the singles division. Why would you throw him right into the fucking tag again?
And honestly, what was it back in Rumble when they were doing the Shield shit? We were like, why the fuck is Seth over here? Why is he tag team champs with Jason Jordan?
He had a year.
Why is this happening?
He had one of the most epic year runs as champion. I don't care. I'll argue with anybody on that. His run as champion after cashing in at at WrestleMania was one of the best heel runs of all time.
And don't forget the payoff there when the Authority kind of fired him and backed Kevin Owen.
Right.
Never went anywhere. I don't know if that was because of the Finn injury, but that never played out the way we thought. Teddy's out. He's too stoned.
All right. Go ahead, JD.
Like I said, they don't book for the future. They do a clusterfuck and they don't focus on one thing for the show. It's stupid,
It's Vince Russo-ish, bro.
Exactly.
JD, you don't think that Robert Parson nailed it with long-term goals, short-term adaptability? I think that's an easy way to say it.
Yeah, and just like I said, when they booked the
Did you hang up on him?
No, it was him. It was all him. Yeah, it was all him. All right, good.
3.
3. Oh, by the way, don't forget after the big ass topics, we got the Rossum Awards, our NXT Minute, where Brian's we're gonna do NXT Minute for Takeover.
This will be a special edition.
We're gonna give him 2 minutes.
Yeah. The dirt sheets, and we're gonna do a speed round. All of our picks for the next champion, next people to hold all 4 of the NXT belts. That's going to be our speed round.
Oh, all 4? I thought we were just picking one of the 4.
That's what I thought.
All 4 belts.
I thought just the main one.
Who's going to hold all 4 belts next? Well, you better start working on it then. I don't fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Fucking short-sighted asses. Number 3, Homegirl went cray-cray. And I guess we kind of talked about this a little bit already with Ronda Rousey, right? We jumped into this pretty quick. Ronda Rousey, is there more to talk about this? We already pretty much covered this.
I mean, it wasn't a bad way to write her character off for this time off, regardless of the reasoning or whatever. It's not a bad way, but one of the board things they were talking about is that just opens the door because Nia's going to have a rematch with Alexa first before they get to Ronda.
Okay. All right.
Don't you think it's a little silly though? Like, why couldn't they just say, especially in 2018, why couldn't they just say, "Hey, Ronda needs to go away for a little bit. She's doing the UFC thing. Who cares?" I mean, everyone knows anyway, right? Why do they have to fucking make it like a storyline or anything like that?
It's a television show.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so wouldn't you want to promote the fact that she's this big bad ex-UFC fighter who's going into their Hall of Fame?
Kayfabe, brother. Come on, man.
No, I don't like it.
I like it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
You didn't like her going fucking nuts in that ring?
I liked seeing her.
Cake and eat it too.
I liked seeing her do all that stuff, but I don't think it was smart to do it just because she needs to go off TV for a week or two.
She needs to go off TV for longer than that.
I think it's great for her character.
Yeah.
4.
Number 4, one of our favorite segments. I got to get fucking a sound effect for this. One of our favorite segments. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Heel or face? Let's run through it. Let's start with Bailey or Sasha. Bailey or Sasha? Heel or face?
Who's the heel? Who's the face, Brian?
I'd have to say Sasha.
You
I'd have
think?
to say Sasha.
I don't know. Bailey was the aggressor tonight.
Bailey was the aggressor. However, Sasha, as I mentioned before the show, she did drive away in the rental car in her gear without showering, without changing or anything.
So for that reason, she's the heel.
She's the heel. Yeah, that would make her the heel in my book.
You're crazy. What do you think, Adam? I think Bailey's a heel.
Smelling up that fucking rental car?
I think Bailey is definitely the heel.
Well,
The way they're booking this, and they're trying to salvage her year run of I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so now she gets to be angry.
So wait, Bailey's gonna be a heel,
not-
but she has the inflatable fucking tube man.
We're not talking to you right now.
Yeah,
You're dead to me, bro.
Sasha's had the heel run. I've seen Sasha as a heel. This was not heel Sasha.
Right. Come on, Brian.
Bailey's the heel with her fucking inflatable guys.
For tonight,
Okay.
for tonight, Bailey was
She had the
heel.
angry faces. She pulled her hair from behind. Come on, bro.
Yeah, she's the one who took the cheap shot.
What do you think, Board? Bailey heel or Sasha heel?
Robert Parsons says she was trying to be a heel, but she came off as a spoiled kid.
See?
Stike says, I want to see
So is
Bailey
KO.
as a heel. Bailey turns heel 100%. That's from Juan. The way Bailey threw the bottle of water at Sasha's car looks like a heel to me. That's high off gas, but we can't trust what he says.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Heel or face? Ronda Alexa.
Ooh. So this one is different because, like I mentioned before, Ronda fucking beat up Kurt.
Yeah.
She threw him over her hip. Sorry.
Right.
Power bombed Alexa through the table.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say that she's
Board's catching up on Bailey.
how are you gonna cheer for someone that does something as heinous as that?
Right. So
I don't know. She could
You're-
be going in on the
what-
heel.
what's your answer?
Oh.
Is she going heel so Bailey
No,
can come join her?
she's face right now, but man, that was I would love to see a heel Ronda.
I can give you a good answer.
Go ahead.
Ronda is a face. She was pushed to the limit by the whole excessive briefcase last night attack by Alexa, and so she snapped. This was a snap of her character. This was
a
not
way
a
to
heel
way to
turn.
write her off TV so that she can go to
But
UFC.
this was not a heel turn.
Okay.
On the board,
yeah.
Perfect 11 says Bailey's a heel for overselling when Sasha threw a stack of solo cups at her. Bailey has to be heel, other than why even bother? That's from Kashmir. Juan says Ronda's a heel.
See?
And Alexa's still a heel. Ronda is doing a Stone Cold impersonation. That's what Robert says. If Ronda's a heel, CFOs better get rid of that lame-ass theme song. That's what Bang Bus says.
A
it's
fucking
not
man.
CFOs. It's fucking who? What's her name?
I Love the Syrup says Ronda's attack on Kurt was questionable on the heel scale, but Alexa is undoubtedly the heel and Ronda the face. Alexa's still heel after the overrated rookie comment. That's what Justin says.
Okay. No, it's a good. I mean, it's a good argument there. That's a blurry one.
Yeah, that's one we actually needed to discuss, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Heel or face? The B team or the leaders of worlds?
Oh man. I think that was we had a face team right there.
Wow.
Yeah. We had the B team doing a fucking comedy bit during a promo, right?
Total face move, yeah.
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 You don't think it was?
No, it was. It was a total face move.
They're the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
There we
the
go.
leaders are clearly the heel.
They're clearly going heel.
Clearly.
Bray has taken Matt to the dark side.
Wait, but the crowd cheers for them, Rob. That's remember Brian's only definition
that's
for
right.
face.
Sorry. Yeah.
So there you go. Face versus face right
No,
there.
Juan's got it right. B team's the face.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Heel or face? Michael Cole.
Tweener.
Oh, Stike's agreeing. Wait, Stike is agreeing with Brian. Brian has someone in his corner. He says both faces.
Thank you, Stike.
Nope.
Thank you.
No.
Yes. Oh, after they also just had the fucking Hardy Boys 24, whatever the hell it is.
5.
Oh, you fucking son of a bitch.
That's your shut up call. When my sound effect goes off, your mouth goes off.
shut.
Whatever.
Michael Cole is the more on the board voted.
Other stuff, real quick. Let's see. Other stuff. Bobby Roode beat Kurt Hawkins. Was that 202? 202?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track.
Okay.
I got other things in my brain I need.
Braun and KO get these branches, little olive branch there. KO trying to get some love from Braun. Braun saying no fucking way. Any consequence to this? Anything is it going to go any further than it did tonight? Is KO going to fuck Braun over when he tries to cash in?
You know, I think KO is just like what the board says. They're using him to make sure everybody's over. Braun in the briefcase and not able to talk to Brock, not able to talk to anybody else. That's a contender. Kevin Owens came out there and was like, here, I'll give you a storyline. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Owens is just delaying his next Universal title run. He's
That
just
makes no
biding
sense.
his time.
I don't think it
No, he's just biding his time by helping getting other guys over. And then when Brock is gone and long gone.
But that's not KO's choice. That's how he's booked.
Right, exactly.
Cashmere says
So
Cole
he
is
was
just,
asking, is Braun and KO going to evolve any further? I'm saying no.
KO is just as useless as a hard dick at a lesbian convention. Wow. Yeah, Juan agrees with me. KO screws Braun. There you go. And my final other
And
stuff.
Roode over Hawkins was 204 for Hawkins.
204K. My other stuff is going to be you save Sasha and Bailey. I could have talked about it earlier, but you save Sasha and Bailey for Extreme Rules.
The board was suggesting, I think it was Stike, he says they won't fight until SummerSlam. That we're wrong. That this is still going to play out for 2 more months.
Are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy?
I mean, that's the next 6-hour pay-per-view where they have time to put them on.
They'll
Oh, my
announce the
God.
fucking match Monday. Are you serious?
I don't know.
It'll be Extreme Rules, Women's Edition.
How many times
and
have we
not-
said that, Rob? That's my thing. How many times have we said, oh, they've got to settle it at Mania.
Well, yeah,
they've got to put it
right,
on this.
Right, but I could see us saying, oh, it's got to be on Mania. It's got to be on Money in the Bank because those are 2 of the big 5, right? I'm calling Money in the Bank one of the big 5. But now we're saying it's got to be Extreme Rules. But who wants that? Who was sitting there going 5 months ago, man, they got to have Bailey and Sasha at Extreme Rules. That's where they need to meet up because that would be extreme.
Kevin.
Hashtag fuck Kevin. Okay. Fuck it all. Juan says Sasha and Bailey at SummerSlam. I agree. Fuck off. All right.
Maybe that's the blow off. Maybe you're both right.
Do you have any other stuff? For the other stuff
on the show?
For the other stuff topic for number 5?
The other stuff?
Yeah, it's like the other shit we didn't talk about.
No AOP.
No AOP. Still no AOP.
Mojo Riley shouldn't talk.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to talk about him.
The Revival, are we allowed to talk about that?
We can. Revival looked very good tonight.
They looked very good. I was hoping somehow that the 2 partners would screw each other over.
And give Revival the win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead, Bobby Lashley showed Roman Reigns how to do a
Revival
spear.
will be the Revival of the fucking tag division if they do it right.
Nah, I think they're toast.
You think so?
I think it.
You think it's
right.
too late for them? They ruined them too bad?
I think so.
They're good, man.
They're really good. I would love to see that, but sorry,
I
you
hate
got the
it.
fucking B team, and
I hate it because
What's his nuts?
I think you're right.
yeah.
It's garbage. Okay. That all happened. End on a down note.
And now live from the U-Record Studios, it's the Rossum Awards. Here's Rowdy.
All right, boys and girls, children of all ages, marks and smart marks alike, it is now time for the Rossum Awards. Our best and our worst from Monday Night Raw, 6/18/2018, on this 302nd edition of Monday Night Rossum. Let's get started with our Marked Out Award, followed in the next award will be our Best Improvement of Raw Award. Marked Out Award of the night, we're going to go Adam to the bomb. Adam Bomb.
I'm going to give it to Dolph. It was the first real consequence on Raw in months, outside of the qualifying for Money in the Bank.
Okay, I'm going to find my coin, and then I'm going to give you a coin. All my shit's gone again. What the
Why does it keep updating?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
I don't know why it does that. There you go. Brian.
I'm giving mine to Ronda for specifically tossing Kurt. That we kind of saw something happening with the table and Alexa, but I didn't think Ronda was going to mix it up with Kurt at all.
And I thought if there was a small 5%, I'm agreeing with you. That's mine as well. Small 5% chance that Ronda was going to go at Kurt. It was going to be an accidental shove or kind of in the heat of the moment. But that was blatantly fucking just beating him down, man.
And he sold too. He let her. He went over for her.
He's a class act, man.
Board.
Yeah.
Before Stike leaves, he wants to say, he says, AOP hasn't been on TV is because Akam is having trouble with his visa.
Trump.
Marked out. Juan says Ziggler. Marked out for Robert Parsons, seeing Ronda beat Alexa like a government mule.
They got Akam in one of those internment camps with the
That's
kids.
what I was thinking. He got split from fucking
from his brother.
Yeah. I love the syrup. Says Marked out award the Dolph pinfall. He's been in purgatory for years and put on a good match. Did something of consequence. He was the U.S. champion at some point in 08 already.
Okay.
I don't know about years, but otherwise I agree. Marked out Ronda going cray-cray for Justin.
Cray-cray.
Marked out Sammy kicking the crap out of – oh, wait, never mind. That's for Bang Bus. And Cashmere, he might be spoiling a dirt sheet, but he says marked out WWE announcing NXT UK.
Yeah. That's pretty fucking cool.
You know, Brian brought it up, man. It's a lot of fucking wrestling, man. Really, it's just a lot of fucking wrestling. I don't know. Okay. Next award is going to be the Best Improvement. And I'm going to go, and I'm just going to say the first third of the show. I thought the entire show was kept my attention tonight.
Like creative is an improvement.
Yeah, creative is an improvement. But the first third of the show in particular, I thought was a better way to do Raw than you've been doing it for a very long time. Adam, go.
I wrote Bobby Lashley. He goes from a feud with Sammy to a feud with Roman.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's an improvement.
I guess. I thought you were going to say it's an improvement because he's not being, my sister's beat up on me.
I said.
I'll say.
He was a little aggressive tonight. It was better than all of that Sammy shit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let me see it. Fuck off.
That could have easily continued tonight.
No, fuck off. Brian.
I'm giving it to the Revival.
You.
Finally seeing them in a competitive match, even though they didn't.
That's going to go nowhere.
Win.
You better buzz him too.
Yeah, but Best Improvement. At least it's not a fucking squash match. Thank you. They deserve
strong. I approve this message.
They deserve better, and tonight it showed.
Yep. Board.
On the board, it's not saying much, but Roman Reigns finally had a promo where he wasn't the worst on the mic. That's from Perfect 11.
Yeah.
Is he saying Revival was worse?
No,
he's saying Bobby Lashley.
Oh, God, yeah, he's bad.
Revival was good on the mic.
Yeah.
Justin says Best Improvement the first hour. Best Improvement for Robert Parson. He says WWE creative giving a shit for a portion of the show. Best Improvement for Bang Bus. He says Kurt Angle saying WWE right.
Yeah, but he fucked up a bunch of other words.
Money in the back again. Was that it? What are you looking at?
Nothing. Don't worry about what I do over here.
He's like looking over there like there's something in here we don't see.
The Titus O'Neil LOL award. Brian.
Me for my bar tab last night. That kind of came out.
We had a good laugh today at work about that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you numbers. I'm just going to say that we collectively had a tab all together, me, Adam, and Brian. And at the end of the night, we went to divvy it up, and we counted it all out. And it was just kind of like one of those, like, one for Brian, one for Adam, one for me. One for Brian, one for Adam, one for me. One for Brian, one for Brian, one for Brian, one for Brian.
Brian almost had as much as the two of us combined.
Yeah.
Well, I ordered
by $5.
I ordered a round of shots for all of us, but then my problem was I was drinking a little bit of a higher quality beer.
It was essentially it was a gas bill in the summer, is what it was.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Next one's gonna be.
Wait, you haven't gone to me or you or the board on LOL.
Oh, my LOL is gonna be. The B team.
That's what I got.
Fucking hilarious.
How could it not be?
And the fact that he sounds just like his brother.
Well, and even at the end when he broke kayfabe or broke character, excuse me. And Axel's like, no, I don't break kayfabe.
I don't break character. Yeah.
And the end, he's like, what do we do? We just go slow, go slowly down
Stay
out
together.
of the camera.
Stay together.
Hey, you're going too fast. Like
Fucking so good.
every part of that.
You know what it was? It was delightful.
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
No, he said it was wonderful.
It's wonderful.
B team easy for Kashmir. LOL. B team for Rob Angry Little Elf Corbin. B team Bo's greatness for sure. He did Bray spot on. That's for I Love the Syrup.
Yeah.
LOL. Michael Cole for Justin.
God.
And they're talking about the page thing right now on
Come
Twitch.
on, Justin. All right. The Botch Award.
Robert says B team too.
Botch. I like to get botches and biscuits and butter and botches. And excuse Mountain. Money in the Bank contract ladder match is mine. Money in the Bank contract, Michael Cole. Last night, Stephanie's got to be very proud of last night's Money in the contract ladder match.
Yeah, money in the contract.
Money in
ladder match.
yeah, money in the contract. All right, Brian.
Mine is the way that they're trying to portray the Riot Squad as these badass. I don't even know what they are. They just do some light vandalism, right? At most,
Right.
I don't know. That's not really a riot
Look,
to me.
it's the donut tray, and they knock it over. Which, let me tell you something. That's not a riot. That's just being a dick.
Yeah,
You knock over the donut tray.
they can't be the Dick Squad.
You're right. Well,
that doesn't work.
Someone's got to clean that mirror. I mean, yeah, you're just a dick.
Yeah, you're just a dick. You know, that guy he's working on his computer, he's doing his thing. That's not riotous. That's just being a dick. They should call him the cock
They should be the
squad.
Dick Squad.
Yeah, their whole gimmick is bad.
Dick squad.
We knock stuff around backstage and we write ours.
R.
We're pirates.
All right, who's next? Adam?
I haven't done mine. Mine is letting Mojo get mic time. And on the board, somebody agreed with me. It was Rob's Angry Little Elf Corbin. The Riot Squad for Robert Parson. He says the Brides of Frankenstein. Baron Corbin coming out looking like he's about to go be a magician at a 12-year-old's birthday party is a botch for Perfect 11.
What did you have, Brian?
For what?
The botch?
I said
He already went.
Riot Squad.
Damn it.
Oh, sorry.
Justin says botch, Sasha Banks. Riot Squad shenanigans are like Professor Chaos leaving on the garden hose. For I Love the Syrup. You remember Professor Chaos? Butters?
I do. Butters. Look, I'm going to shock the world right now.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Here we go.
This is breaking news.
Lashley and Roman having mics is a botch for Cash.
Yeah. Breaking news. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still in no way a Corbin fan. I still in no way like Corbin. But I have to say that if you were looking for a role for him that would work, I think this has been working.
So this is a botch? That's what we're...
No, somebody just brought up that Corbin was a botch. Him doing the
Are you just
constable.
saying that because he
He's just
looks like
defending
you
it.
now?
He does not look like me. Fuck you for that.
I Love the Syrup says Constable Corbin is a thumbs up. Even Rob is coming around.
I'm honestly, I think it's working for him. I think that it adds a dynamic to Kurt.
We need to make sure we throw this in his face later.
It adds It adds kind of another authority kind of angle without it being the authority.
Yeah, as soon as it starts to suck, which will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it won't fucking fall off the rails. I'm just saying right now it's holding its own.
Corbin is good because he isn't wrestling in the ring and just being a douche legit. That's for Robert
Exactly. He's not
He
being
just main evented. What are you talking about?
Parsons. And he got the pin tonight. Robert Parsons.
but he's not just being a douche in the ring.
Oh God.
Right? It's addition by subtract. No, subtraction
No.
by addition. No, fuck it. All right. Next award is going to be the Bad Booking Award. I'm going to start out again. Why would you do that to Sarah Logan? Why would you attach her to a tater farm? Because now all I'm ever going to think of when I see her is a tater farmer. Like Matt Damon eating fucking shit potatoes on Mars. She's a tater farmer. Yeah, there's something scary that somebody who knocks over fucking donut trays. A tater farmer. Bad. Just bad. Brian?
Bobby Roode. Again, I mean,
God
we got
damn.
we get nothing. I mean, it was a good squash match, I guess, for what it was. But Bobby Roode deserves more.
I'm running strong. I approve this message.
Thank you.
Again and again and again and again.
That means a lot.
Yeah. I had another one. I can't remember as far. I'm Jason Jordan, and I approve this message. There you go. I'm Bobby Lashley. Okay, go. I'm Nia Jax.
My bad booking. You know, I love the old
Syrup?
80s cartoons.
Yeah.
They made a bad movie about this one, but even worse, they made it a wrestling match. Gem and the Holograms versus the Misfits tonight.
Wow.
I don't think anyone's going to get that reference.
No, I do, and it's totally spot on. I mean, it's.
Oh, fuck
I hate
me
to
then,
give.
huh?
I hate to give any credit to Adam about anything ever.
The
'cause
Riot
he's such
Squad
an
were the
ass.
Misfits.
Yeah, no, I got that. Obviously, you don't have to explain it once somebody says they
I
get
was
it.
explaining it to Brian.
Oh, okay.
That's not going to do anything. I don't know
He
what the
doesn't
fuck
know who
you're
Jim
talking
and the
about.
Holograms are in the Misfits. He doesn't know that.
You talking about Gemini?
That's
remember
such,
that?
such a great comparison.
Right?
Um,
Especially the color schemes.
yeah.
that they had
Who didn't
going.
do bad booking yet?
The board.
Brian did his.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a Roddy.
Yeah,
Rob's
right.
Angry Little Elf Corbin says Mojo. Agreeing with him is Kashmir and Justin. Justin says bad booking, just Mojo and No Way Jose. Bad booking, 4 Bailey Sasha segments. That's for I Love the Syrup. And Bobby Lashley's horrid run for Robert Parson. Mojo on my TV for Kashmir.
I'm going to give I Love the Syrup. It wasn't bad. Their segments was not bad.
Each segment was the same, except one had a car and a water bottle.
Okay. And what's wrong with that?
And headbands. There were headbands in both.
Oh, God, Brian. Thank you. I was trying to defend it.
Well.
Okay. The Rasmus Award. Adam, go first.
Kashmir wants you to do an I'm Jim Cornette, and I approve this message.
I can't, it's copyright infringement. I can't do it any other way
Sounds
than
much
that.
like Bruce.
Yeah, I
no,
can't do it.
Sorry.
I approve this message. I can't do it. Fuck KO. I approve this message. All right. Go, Adam.
Rossmus for me was Raw Creative actually not phoning it in for a change. They're back from summer break apparently.
Right. Oh, it's like,
All their kids, they got to see all their kids graduate.
they're like Congress. They work like 20 days a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian.
The easy answer would be Dolph winning the IC championship. However,
that's mine.
my answer. Oh, then I just wasted your answer. I'm
You're
sorry.
fine. Go ahead.
Mine would have to be
Medine.
Yeah, sorry. Elias's dry hair. Right? We've never seen that before. I was like, that's fucking Ross.
Dude had some split ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked very dry.
They need
It's
some
like when
beat
Brian
out
doesn't
soon.
trim his beard.
Yeah.
It does.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's.
Or when you don't trim your pubes.
It's like when Brian is drunk and he drinks.
You want the board?
Yeah, and I don't want him, but go ahead.
I love the syrup. I know you hate the board. Rossmus first hour. Really enjoyed the episode as a whole, but the first hour was strongest.
Yeah.
Ziggler's 5th IC title for Robert Parsons. And JD, I guess he's given an award for the weekend. He says Ciampa.
Yeah.
Someone in the crowd called him a devil. I mean, how much more a heel? Even Brian knows he's a heel.
Well, and
how fucking heel he
The
is.
show closed with them yelling "Fuck you, Ciampa."
Yeah.
I mean you can't end a show any more perfect than that.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I'm thinking is what I'm doing because he's almost the MVP of the entire fucking company right now. If you had to do a heel through all platforms of WWE, he's probably the top heel.
He took a man's wedding ring, spit on it, and hucked it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it would have been better if he shoved it in his ass. Honestly,
a man who he was the guy who signed that marriage certificate as the best man.
The 2013
the best man doesn't sign the marriage certificate.
2014 version of
witness.
Tommaso Ciampa would have done that.
I did.
Okay. All right. You're right. What did you say? 2000.
Wait. Hey, check the tape. Rob said I'm right.
Shut up. What did you say, Brian?
I didn't say anything. Adam was fucking opening his
Justin Recite says
stupid gums.
Rossum Elias finally got a full song in.
That is true.
Yeah.
He finally ended a song. I didn't think about that.
He's done it before. It's not the first time.
The full song, though?
Yeah, he's done a full song. Like the last time he did a song, he did the full song. Yeah. Sorry.
Full Sail?
Full Sail? No. What the fuck are you talking about? My God.
I'm getting my timer ready.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember, we're giving you 2 minutes.
Are we doing 2 minutes tonight?
Oh my God.
So-
I didn't plan for
It
that.
was a takeover weekend. We got to give him 2 minutes.
But it's only 5 matches.
There's only 5 matches.
All right, we'll give him 2 minutes.
We'll give him 2
The
minutes.
NXT 2 minutes, 2 minute takeover challenge
Yes.
for Brian.
Can Brian cover it all?
Can he do it all? Brian, can you do it all?
I
It's
think
only
so.
5 matches, Brian.
Only 5 matches.
Like,
All right, set your clocks at home. Adam, tell us when we're ready.
I start it when Brian speaks.
The night started off with we had Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan in a losing effort against Undisputed Era, but they had a fucking awesome match. They were both very bald and very hairless, However, they got the crowd behind them, and it was probably the best match of the night. Next match, we had Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream, a.k.a. Prince Puma, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. Terry Bollea, a.k.a. I won't say the other one, Bubba. Nope. We had Ricochet defeat Velveteen Dream, and this was probably Ricochet's coming out party for me, not the last match that he had.
He came out?
He did. He came out. He is.
He wrestled?
He's flying that flag. No, he wrestled. Next, we had Shayna Baszler, and she defeated Nikki Cross in a cool match where we had Nikki Cross just pass out, and she went to sleep.
A
and
cool match?
Lost. Yeah,
I love how the board's correcting all the things you're saying wrong.
We had Aleister Black defeat Lars Ulrich in a fucking serious matchup, which
with a phantom black mass,
a drum solo.
Yeah, and a drum solo. Ride the Lightning. And then in our final match, we had Tommaso Ciampa defeated Johnny Gargano in an awesome. He is the Thanos of NXT. Thank you. Goodbye.
You have 40 seconds left.
Utilize your time, Brian.
It was NXT minute. I only trained. See, when I do these, I prepare it for just 1 minute. So, I
well,
can't.
You went over the 1 minute, so you didn't
no,
even do that.
Dude, no, I went exactly on time.
It was a minute
but it was
20.
you talking and you flapping your fucking stupid gums while I'm trying to get my minute in.
That's a good attempt, at trying to defend yourself.
Yeah, I love that
you're really just wasting your last 40
I like that you're talking
seconds.
into the phone as that does nothing.
I'm waiting for the buzzer
you don't
to
have
come
to,
off
you don't
so
have to
we
hold
can
it next
end
to your
this
mouth.
shit and be done with it. I want to make sure that it's picked up in the microphone when your time is up.
Is it not? Is 40 seconds hasn't elapsed yet?
No. Hey, my MVP was Vic Joseph.
Do you have
for
your phone on
anything,
silent?
for whatever that counts? There it is.
Okay. Anything on the board for?
On the board, let's see. Robert Parsons says Velveteen and Ricochet were prime, and the
God.
crowd was chanting Undisputed Era dozens of times.
Oh,
Brian.
they were so fucking. They had so much heat that night.
Shayna's boring. Velveteen
Yeah.
Dream should be NXT champ already.
Yep.
Cash says.
Yep.
Velveteen got badly outperformed. JD says, "What an idiot."
Come on,
I don't
bro.
think so.
Come on, JD. Come on, man.
Bang Bus says Type 1 if this show should be 4 hours. He's talking about us, and he says 1.
I don't know who's to blame, JD, on that black mass. Because I was telling Brian last night, what stands out to me to that from that match is that 1.5 miss on the black mass and then the fucking sell to it. The sell, the fact that Lars Ulrich sold that whiff, to me was the mistake. Yeah, you were out of position. Somebody was out of position, and it didn't happen. Okay, well, it clearly didn't happen. So go with it. Go over and do a strike, have him knock you off, and then he does it again, right? Make it look like he whiffed.
Plus, then even if the strike connected, you're taking the monster down with 2 finishers.
What?
Well, that's what they did anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just...
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but wasn't Lars, his back was to Aleister for the black mass, right? So can't we say that potentially it was maybe Aleister's fault that he was...
I think his head was just down.
Yeah? I'd have to
watch it again. But all I know is I saw that gap of air between the two. I'm like, why didn't you just act like he missed you? Go for just a simple punch, get blocked. He punches him, dazes him, black masses him then. Reset up the spot.
The botch was as bad as Ginger's at WrestleMania against Jeff Hardy. Cash says.
It was
so
right.
bad.
Yeah, it was right up there.
That was actually greatest Royal Rumble, not WrestleMania.
But yeah, you're exactly right. Same exact. I thought about that when I saw it. I was like, that again.
Yeah, it definitely took away from it. Now, real quick before we move on, who won the weekend? Takeover?
Yeah.
Or main roster?
Come on.
By
man. Come on.
By God, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just wanted to put it out there.
NXT has lapped WWE.
Yeah.
It's almost like watching 2 different shows. Seriously, like,
Yeah.
if I want to watch wrestling, I'm going to watch NXT. If I want to watch...
If I want to do the
don't even
podcast,
know.
I'm going to watch Raw.
Yeah, I
Perfect
guess.
11 has a good point, though. He says, that if when Black missed the move, if Lars doesn't sell it, then the sound would have still happened. So it would have sounded like he connected because, the way you kick.
Yeah, but everybody knows they checked themselves. So just go with the fact that people know you check yourself and redo the move.
Okay.
I mean, a check. Okay, you can botch a check and be forgiven. Can you botch a complete fucking miss and not recover?
It's true.
Tough to argue.
He could have sold it differently.
And he's a monster. He sold nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Very good for a recent WWE pay-per-view, but TakeOver dominated the weekend. I love the syrup says. And High Off Gas says WWE feels like I'm watching Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. All right, dirt sheets, Brian.
The biggest one to come out the past few days is WWE announcing that they're going to be having NXT UK. And I don't know who mentioned on the board earlier, but this
Kashmir just brought it up again. He says they're going to have another brand to outperform them every pay-per-view weekend.
Yeah, I guess, is it going to be like Inception? Like, I guess NXT UK is going to be better than NXT, then NXT is going to be better than WWE. I don't know.
Sure.
Either way,
I just know it's a lot of fucking wrestling.
All I know is that 2 shows for NXT means now their 2 shows are better than the main roster.
So we're gonna hook up Brian. Here's a dirt sheet. We're gonna hook up Brian, Medine, Kevin, and Golda, and they're all gonna do a reboot of a takeover for the NXT UK show.
Can we bring
Schultz,
Schultz and
Patrick,
Vince Russo?
Vince Russo. We can do Russo. I don't know. I got to ask Russo to check his schedule.
Yeah. I'm not asking for that.
Well, don't we have him like
I legit want Vince
He
Russo.
said no. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's not even wrestling anymore. It's just, come on, bro. Fans are gay now, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, Jesus and God. Love him, bro.
They announced that they're going to be having an 8 episode
Women are horrible, bro.
event. And it's only going to be competitors from the UK and Ireland. And right off the bat, they announced that they have a UK championship, they have a UK women's championship, and then they also have a UK tag team championship.
You know they're going to cross promote. You know they're going to have NXT. At some point, it's going to be NXT versus NXT.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Which, cool. Awesome. Love it.
I just want an invasion. You know what I want.
I know what you want. Okay, it's not going to happen.
What do you want?
What else you got, Brian? Don't encourage him.
Yeah, and then speaking of WWE announcing just kind of global events, they also announced that they're going to be having a super show at a fucking enormous venue in Australia. Holds 100,000 people.
The women can wrestle there.
Yeah,
the women can wrestle there.
Are the Australians heels or faces?
They're kind of funny.
They flush into.
I would say they're more like comedy matches, right? I mean, Australia's pretty cool.
All right.
This one is also the big deal though that they're announcing is that this is they're billing it the final showdown between Triple H and Undertaker. So they already billed we're gonna have a match with Undertaker, but they're saying that this is gonna be completely it for the 2 of them. I don't know if
that only means that they're not fighting anymore. That's just a way of booking. It's the same thing they did at Greatest Royal Rumble. Triple H and Cena, just throw it out there.
They did promote John Cena, Kurt Angle, and Ronda Rousey. They're already on there. But hey, shocker! Who do you think is not on there?
No, who?
Come on.
What?
Biggest name? Not
Brock?
biggest name. Yeah, the fucking champion. Brock is not billed for the event so far.
He will be.
You think?
When is it? What's the date?
It is not until. Let's see.
What is I Love
If it's after his contract, if he leaves WWE, if he signs at UFC, he won't be on it. But if he leaves WWE and he'll still be on it. It'll be a one-off.
Tickets go on sale June 28th. So SummerSlam is at the end of August.
Yeah. Okay. What else you got?
Let's see. What do we have?
Bro, they invited me to the podcast, bro, and I was like, bro, wrestling isn't the same, bro. Fans get hard over Finn's abs, bro.
Bro, I'm totally going to go on your show, bro. And I know you're not on Podcast 1, bro, but I'm going to get you fired from Podcast 1, bro.
That's from Bank Bus, by the way.
Over the weekend, we had a New Day versus
Crash TV, bro.
Versus the Elite. They had a matchup at E3, the big video game convention.
Quit making it sound like we got a really good match.
No, I'm not saying
Every
that.
time
I'm
you
not
intro
saying
it, it's like, oh, did we have them fight? No, they didn't.
Fuck you. They're first of all, to have WWE wrestlers mix it up with New Japan / Ring of Honor guys in any capacity, that's a big deal. As you keep just fucking playing on your phone.
It's your segment. I'm just looking at what else is going on.
I like it, Brian.
On the WWE website, they actually promoted Kenny Omega. They actually talked about the Young Bucks, and they boasted them and promoted them, which that's something that they've never done in the past for guys that are not under contract. You know, they have guys that wrestle, like, say, in the Cruiserweight tournament or in the UK tournament that aren't technically WWE signed, but these guys are clearly, they are so far away from being under WWE's contract, and they're being promoted on the website. I don't know. It's
got to be Hunter. I think Hunter understands the value of embracing everything. That, you know, we don't need to be competition. We can still be separate shows and have our own product, but it's more money for everybody.
I don't know if most people know, but I worked music retail for a while. I worked for a ton of different companies as they were eroding. But I know that if any of us, Tower Records and Media Play, had gotten together, maybe they could have made a dent against the iTunes and whatever of the world, the way Barnes & Nobles has survived the same way. WWE wrestling viewership as a whole is kind of down.
Kind of.
It's way the fuck down.
Yeah.
So any embracing, Rob, like you just said, of the product, period, whether it's All In, whether it's NJPW, whether it's Lucha Underground.
Right. And if these new brands of fans are watching that stuff exclusively and not WWE because of what they've been producing, it would be in the best interest of WWE to send their talented guys to show these fans, hey, they can go with your indie darlings.
And think about this,
and
too.
we could use these guys eventually down the road as well.
You know, the original One Night Stand was a great promotion because they featured a lot of guys that were not their guys. The UK tournament, the Mae Young Classic, the Cruiserweight Classic, all these things that they've done to branch themselves out is great. And I think Hunter also sees the writing on the wall. With this new Ring of Honor versus Impact Wrestling, yeah, those are both somewhat inferior promotions. But that's a huge thing to have them competing
right
at an event.
It's big within the industry, within the universe of wrestling.
Correct.
It's huge.
I mean, they're arguably third and fourth behind, obviously, WWE and NJPW.
You could also take a darker take on this and say that this is just kind of a revised battle plan to take it over all the territories. You know, WWE puts their influence everywhere. They have the money. Regardless of the talent pool in all these promotions, regardless of the production value or the storylines, the creative, WWE has the money, hence they have the power.
They can steal anybody off any roster.
Right, and if they get their hand in the pot and start putting their stuff out there, who's going to benefit here? Is it going to be, oh my God, did you see that a Ring of Honor guy was with a WWE guy? No. You're going to say, did you see that there was a WWE guy with a Ring of Honor guy?
You're going to go crazy. Did you see WWE put on a promotion where Kenny Omega got to fight Shinsuke?
Yeah, it's going to be
Something
about
crazy.
WWE, not the promotion that they're invading or partnering with, if you want to call it
and
that.
we've talked about 83 Weeks podcast a bunch of times, but one of the things that when they were talking about the invasion and Vince versus Eric is the challenge was issued by Eric and Vince declined, but Vince declined saying, if you want to come to my show, I'll do it, because the ratings boost for if a McMahon versus Bischoff match happened at that time in the Monday Night Wars,
oh God,
whichever show aired it
would be
the
winning.
one. Exactly.
They would have won.
So exactly. So that's why, you know, WWE wants to do this, and some of these other promotions have to go, yeah, we could use that money for our budget.
All right, Brian.
We'll take it.
And then?
And then I think the biggest one, and this one is for, I don't know if she's listening, but Alexis Ford.
Alexis
Ford. Hopefully, in 2019, we'll be seeing her on the new Women of Wrestling that was just signed on a TV deal for Access TV.
Really?
So they're going to be airing a TV show with a lot of, it's just a almost like Glow, but it's going to be just a straight up women's wrestling show.
It's not going to be so gimmicky.
No. We don't know that.
No, I'm sure they'll have characters, but yes.
But they're not going to have two old ladies come to the ring.
They're not going to have like dancing sequences and all that shit.
Rap songs.
Right.
Yeah. I'm Big Mama.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, this is something different for you female wrestling fans. This will be something to kind of. This is just a new content for you to watch. That's not WWE.
All right.
Cash is funny on the board. He says, "Can we imagine Kenny Omega versus John Cena and Omega carrying him to the best match of his life?"
Wow. All right, we're running behind.
We're running behind because we have something to talk about.
I know. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, usually we're like shit. Let's go.
Board. I know you had a lot of good points there. We're just going to go ahead and move. Gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Not gonna read what you wrote.
All right. So the speed round is next NXT champs. There's 4 titles. There's a North American title. There's the NXT championship.
And it's speed round, Brian.
There's the tag championship and the female tag. So let's start with the North American.
I think that's the quickest one to change. I think Ricochet takes it from Adam Cole.
I got Ricochet as well. Brian?
Ricochet.
Thank you for the slow, dead pause to your answer of Ricochet.
He had a JR dead face moment.
Yeah. I think we probably went a little too quick for the board, so we'll get them as we on the back end.
Yeah, board, you can play along. Oh, I love the syrup. Already says Ricochet.
Vice says Ricochet.
Yeah.
All right.
So at least they agree with us.
Cool.
Just like Brian without the slow pause.
Good stuff. Ricochet for Bang Bus, and we'll come back to you. Next title is gonna be Let's do the women. Well, let's do the NXT Tag Team Champion.
Okay, tag.
Tag team. Brian.
Terrible starting with him.
Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Really?
I think they'll eventually get it.
Adam?
Your next champions are War Machine.
You know, I struggled here, and what made me struggle was
Who's
Your
War
love
Machine?
of the Street Profits?
You mean War Raiders?
no. I don't think.
Sorry, War Raiders.
I think the Profits have the belt eventually. I don't think they have it. I don't think they're ready now.
Not next.
No. Why I struggled was the heel face dynamic. Brian is
Go on.
okay. So Undisputed is obviously a heel team, even though the crowd likes them. Brian, I get that. But who are our faces? Well, they just beat 1-2 Danny Burch and fucking Oni Lorcan. They just beat them. And frankly, as good of a match as it was, there's just no it factor with those two. The crowd,
They're two Lance Storms.
yeah, they're great wrestlers. Great
I
talent,
would love to watch two Lance Storms in a tag match.
Yeah,
So that
everybody's
sounds
agreeing
excellent.
with me.
yeah, but what kind of story do you carry with them?
It's all about competition.
They're shaving
in
each other's
NXT, brother.
backs or something. I don't know.
If you want to go watch fucking gimmicks and
yeah, but you got to have something to emotionally engage to get you committed there. You know, this is still not New Japan. You can't just say, "Here's a match," and everybody goes, "Oh, okay."
Bang Bus, Cashmere, Anaconda Vice, I Love the Syrup. They all say War Raiders, War Machine. Same as me.
Yeah, I want to say Team 6-1, but they're heel now.
Yeah. And they're
So, but
they're
we're-
closer to breaking up than I think.
War Machines.
they're not going to break them up. Those guys are a tag team, or if they're not, they're done.
First, I think War
Bang
Machine.
Bus says Roderick and Kyle are better than Kyle and Bobby.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think so.
There's an argument there. There's a debate. But see, here's the thing with War Machine. First, are they heel or face? Are you going to put a heel War Machine against heel Undisputed?
I think they're going to be face.
They're face right now.
And they're new. They're fucking just showed up. And you just had AOP, a monster team, have the belts. So you're going to put them right back on another kind of monster team?
Yeah, Perfect 11 says War Raiders are next. They can conceivably hold the titles until the main roster can figure out what the fuck to do with their tag divisions.
Okay. I disagree. I don't know who it is.
Well, and
I don't
Bang
have-
Bus
I don't have an
offers a
answer.
face team. He says Trent and Tyler.
No.
And JD says if Tucker Knight wasn't trash, he could
Plus-
see.
Oh, Heavy Machinery? Yeah.
No, plus they're going to be Mustache Mountain's going to be in the NXT UK
Now-
tournament.
now I will say-
UK division.
Right.
Yeah, I will say to your point on Street Profits, and again, I don't really think that they're necessarily there. They got to get some heat behind them again. I thought they had an opportunity in the past, but they got to get back in the go. But the house show circuit has had a lot of fucking Street Profits and Undisputed. They've been going at it a lot in main event matches at house shows.
But you said next champ, not next challenger. And I think they're like Birch and Lorcan. They're just, let's see, we're going to give you a shot. Let's see.
You're comparing the Street Profits to Birch and Lorcan?
No, I'm comparing their contendership.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to get over. I think they're going to put on a stellar fucking match, and in the end, they're
Yeah.
going to lose.
Yeah, I mean, the NXT Houston, they had a fucking this is awesome match.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't doubt
Those
that they
two-
will
those two
have it
teams
in
did.
their future.
Okay.
Perfect 11 says, I honestly think Triple H is deliberately keeping the tag titles in a holding pattern because of how terrible the tag divisions have been booked on the main roster.
Possibly. Sure. Okay. Women's belt. Adam.
I got Binky, man.
Yeah.
I think she even said it on the last NXT episode. She interrupted another promo. This is my time. It's my belt. I'm the next up. I should be the one being interviewed about when I'm taking the title.
Yeah, I agree with you, Binky. And not just because of that, but yes, because of that as well. But if you had
Binky, by the way, is Bianca Belair.
If you watched Bianca Belair in her previous matches, in to credit in development, we have watched her maturate. We have watched her develop.
I even love that new finisher.
Yeah, the new finisher is great. The character that she presented, the heel character that she presented in the ring in her last match, was nothing like we had seen from her before. And frankly, it was fucking over the top awesome.
Do you think it's the same issue, though? We got heel. Baszler's a heel.
I think Bianca's heel character is her whole theme, her whole story is that she did it on her own. She don't need no fucking buddy. It doesn't matter.
She's like an anti-heel kind of.
Kind of an anti-heel, kind of a solo. I do it by myself.
Baron Corbin-esque.
God, come on, dude. So for that, I think she's found her niche, and her niche is good enough to get the belt. And honestly, her niche is good enough to push her past the belt.
Yeah, anti-hero Bianca Belair from I Love the Syrup. Bianca the Goddess from Anaconda Vice.
What's Brian say?
She's not an anti-hero. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, because she's, yes, she's someone we can look up to, but she's a heel, is what I think he's trying to say.
Yeah, Bianca. Anaconda saying Bianca's the full package. I believe that head to toe.
Yeah.
Let's get Brian's.
JD says if you give it to Candace before Bianca.
Oh yes.
Not only do you do the face heel kind of scenario, but then Ciampa can say your wife got a title before you.
And
to Gargano.
And Bianca and Candace have been having a lot of house show matches.
Well, Bianca already beat her.
I know.
Right. But that could just be sowing the seeds for the future pop. Kashmir says women's belt, Bianca Belair, she's everything a champion's supposed to be.
Yeah.
EST.
What was yours, Brian?
Candace.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Candace is a good other pick because of the face thing.
Right.
And if Ciampa can play off that.
But we all agree that Bianca, it's a lock. Not necessarily that she's next.
But by the end of the year, for fucking sure.
I do not think she is going to be a long stay on NXT. Only way I could see her being a long stay on NXT is if they do not replenish the women's division.
She needs to stay down there because she'll get more opportunities there
I agree.
Showcase her talent. And the other thing, nobody thinks Kairi Sane is what Perfect 11's suggesting.
No,
they're still showcasing her. They're still highlighting her.
But she's out of that title picture. She was in it. She's out of it. I don't think she's there. Maybe. You know. All right, let's do the men's. Shit.
I think we might differ on this one, the three of us.
You know what? This is another one where I couldn't come up with an answer. I wrote down.
I got an answer.
I wrote down Velveteen and I scratched it out. And in my heart, I say Velveteen, but maybe EC3. I love the syrup, said that. Maybe EC3. Velveteen losing to Ricochet. He's got to rebound and get back, so he's not going to be there right now to go for the belt against Alistair. And he just had
NXT title 11.
And he just had a match with Alistair recently. So do you really want to go right back to that and revisit it? Especially I think they had a second match too for the number one contender tournament, right? Mm-hmm. So we've been there, done that. So Velveteen can't get it from Alistair, so it can't be him. So go ahead and do your pick because I don't have an answer.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
He is the top fucking heel.
Yeah.
Alistair is clearly a face.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about the face, heel, heel. And Ciampa, could you imagine him with the belt, cutting the promos, shitting on everybody the way he enrages people, even the fucking Avengers spoilers on Twitter. This guy has heat, and to take Alistair down a peg, you need a guy like this. You need that character. And to have the heel have the belt for a little while, I think it's got to be Ciampa.
Ciampa's great, and I totally see it. But for me, one of the biggest appeals about Ciampa right now is the storyline he had with Gargano. We talk about emotional investment. There was so much emotional investment.
Well, we had to wait 6 months from the injury or 9 months just to even get it.
I know, but when it came out, it was so much hate between the two that people hated Ciampa. Legit, like people who know it's fake. And I hate to say fake, I'm sorry. Who know it's pre-staged, that know it's the storyline, that know it's, kayfabe and break kayfabe and fourth wall, all that. People that know this, your smart marks, your marks, everybody, still were like, fuck that dude. But I love him, but fuck that dude.
I Love the Syrup is on your cause. He says all-time heel, but it's all tied with Gargano. Mm-hmm. That's why I think you give him the title so that it can move to something else, so that he can feud with someone else and take this momentum and not squash it just because he moves past. They're suggesting an I Quit match is next for them. They're not even done.
For a speed run, you fucking talk a lot.
Go ahead, Brian.
We had a lot to talk about.
He does go to the board before you, though.
Adam Cole. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. I don't really like him.
Adam Cole?
Yeah.
The next one?
Yeah.
He got the North American belt right now. You're going to give him both?
He'll drop it. he'll drop that, and then he'll win the. Then you'll go for the main one.
That's as good as High Off Gas's answer of Austin Aries.
Yeah.
All right. Anything on the board?
I just read them all before Brian.
I didn't know if there was anything else. Thank you. Okay, you're a dick. All right, well, that's our show.
Yeah, we had fun. Thank you, WWE, for giving us something to talk about.
Yeah, and thank you for all y'all who hung out with us for the fucking 5.5 hours we were on the air yesterday.
Oh.
I appreciate it. Our live show, our first live show, I thought it had a lot of great points to it, a lot of learning curves. I know the audio could have been better, and I know what I need to do next time for it. But it was a good experience for us. We hope you enjoyed it. We
it
really
was a
did.
great experience for me because Darius, Montana, and Savannah taught me more about wrestling than in one episode than you guys have in the 2.5 years we've done this.
Well, fuck you. I never laced up boots, but BT has no excuse.
Berto's late.
Well, hey, Berto.
But you wouldn't last.
But he, don't forget, Brian didn't only lace up boots. He also laced up nooses.
Huh. Brian, do you care to respond to that, or are you just going to let that kind of hang in the air?
That's it.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.